Holistic beauty, creating beauty from the inside out. The skin is the outermost portion of the body and an extension of the nervous system. Because the skin is part of the nervous system, stress can have a major impact on it. The three layers of the skin are the epidermis, dermis, and the hypodermis. Some of the roles that the skin plays are absorption, elimination, and receiving light. Your skin does not operate in a vacuum. This is because the health of other organs impacts the health of the skin, and everything else is interconnected. So, what is holistic skincare? It is a combination of sleep, nutrition, exercise, and stress management. This helps generate glowing skin from the inside out. We'll also talk about what most people think about when it comes to skincare, when it comes to moisturizers, cleansers, and the like. Nutrition. So, let's get into some things to avoid here. Dairy can be a trigger for some people with skin issues. This is not an issue for everyone, but you may want to pull this out if you're experiencing skin issues. Modern dairy is not the same as our ancestors had. The cows are bred to produce A1 casein milk, which is more allergenic than A2. Sugar can also cause AGEs, or advanced glycation end products, which is basically the sugar binding to the protein and damaging it. Excess sugar can also cause stress in the liver because after the glycogen stores are filled in the liver, the body creates extra fat, known as lipogenesis. This not only goes for the highly processed sugars, but also for the more natural ones, such as honey, molasses, fruit. The more natural ones have benefit, but we can overdo it with that too. Grains can also cause AGEs because they contain something called amylopectin A, which is a very fast absorbing carbohydrate. Now, typically the faster something absorbs, such as glucose, the higher blood glucose is going to spike. Like, we have something called the glycemic index, which is how high a food spikes your blood sugar, and the higher the score, the higher it spikes blood sugar. So like a sweet potato is very low, and it's like a more slow release carbohydrate, as opposed to, say, amylopectin A. They also cause leaky gut because lectins can be in grains, which make their way into the small intestine. Then something called molecular mimicry can occur, which is basically undigested food particles making it into your small intestine. Now, these undigested food particles are not supposed to be in your bloodstream, so then your immune system goes and attacks it. Now, this is the basis of autoimmunity because after a time, your immune system develops a pattern. It's a recognition system, and if something that looks like your thyroid, for example, like you have a protein pattern AABB, and then your immune system recognizes that, and it may look similar to your thyroid, and then it starts going attacking your thyroid, known as Hashimoto's. And it's the same thing for all the other autoimmune diseases. Whatever the propensity is toward that organ system, that's your body attacking that system. I'm not saying everyone should avoid grains, but especially if you're dealing with some autoimmune issues, this should be something to look at. Also, you want to make sure they're prepared properly, soaked and sprouted. Next, let's get into skincare products. Many of us who are into health are very adamant about the food that we eat. Make sure that there's no crazy ingredients in the food that we eat, but the reality is we need to do the exact same thing for our skincare products as well. The industry is largely unregulated, and companies can pretty much do whatever they want in the products. So let's get into antiperspirants, which literally clog your skin and prevent the body from doing what it's designed to do. Sweating is how your body eliminates toxins and clean itself. Most antiperspirants also contain aluminum, which is a neurotoxin. There are many healthy alternatives that do the job well and actually benefit your skin. Even like using coconut oil, which is antiviral, antibacterial, antiparasitic, and antiseptic as well. There are also a lot of great healthy alternative antiperspirants out there. Next is cleansers. We know that our skin is naturally acidic, so using all these chemical-driven alkaline soaps can actually harm our skin. We know that to avoid antibacterial soaps, especially because these dramatically disrupt our skin microbiome, which is very important for the health of the skin in the first place. It's kind of like rubbing an antibiotic on your skin. Having a healthy skin microbiome keeps everything in check, ensures that you have healthy skin. There are many healthy soaps that actually add to your skin health and not take away from your skin. Also, we don't really need to be washing every part of the body, only the ones that have high amounts of sweat glands, like the armpits and the groin. Of course, you may need to on occasion, but your microbiome should be able to keep everything in check. You can use water, of course, but so moisturizers. Your skin is a mouth, and it absorbs about 60% of everything that you put on it in your intestinal tract. This is why doctors will prescribe hormone therapy through a cream, because it absorbs in your body. So we definitely don't want to be rubbing chemicals into our system. You can actually use simple oils such as coconut and olive oil on your skin. Your skin is actually mostly saturated fat, and putting more fatty oils on your skin can be very beneficial. For someone with oily skin, the reason why it's oily is your skin is trying to compensate from the dryness. So it will produce more oil, and by putting some more oil on it, actually, you can help the problem. We want to avoid rancid oils such as corn, canola, cottonseed, safflower, sunflower, and soybean. Next, getting to hydration, movement, and sunlight. Drinking water is very important to keep your skin hydrated. Start with half of your body weight in ounces, and then adding more based on your activity, but ultimately you want to listen to our own bodies. Movement is important for the lymphatic system. The lymphatic system does not have a pump like the circulatory system. It only moves if you move. And lymph contains 4 times more fluid than blood, actually. And it's designed to transport immune cells throughout the entire body, as well as get rid of extracellular waste. So movement helps detoxify the skin, not to mention sweating does as well. Also, sunlight is food for the skin. The more melanin you have, the more sun that you will need. Melanin is a dark pigment that you see in your skin and is actually a very powerful antioxidant that helps protect you from the sun. I would avoid conventional skin sunblock because it actually causes skin cancer, ironically, because of all the chemicals, but you can even use like coconut oil, which actually has a small amount of SPF in it, surprisingly. Really, when we want to build up our exposure so we can have more tolerance to the sun and not need sunscreen, but everything has its place,